Depression in dogs, as we mentioned in one of our previous videos, is most often triggered by a number of events, including the loss of a dog's primary caregiver, change to a new home environment, and at times, even physical illness. Some of the signs of depression in dogs are easily noticeable, while others are less visible. These symptoms can be hard to detect, but they can also be painful and even life-threatening to your dog if ignored. So, how do you know if your dog is struggling with depression? In this video today, we will be discussing the 10 different signs of depression in dogs. So, let's get started. Number 1. Loss of appetite. Loss of appetite is a common symptom of depression in dogs. As a result, many depressed dogs are found to have lost weight. Dogs may also lose their appetite because they don't derive any enjoyment from food like they normally would. Depression in dogs, therefore, can create a vicious cycle. If your dog gets sick, loses weight, and becomes depressed, the low energy levels can lead to further illness and weight loss. We normally assume that they want to eat, look forward to their daily meals, but they just lack the motivation or the appetite to eat properly. Number 2. Aggression. Dogs that are feeling down and depressed will often become aggressive to protect themselves from the world around them. They may lash out at their owner, other dogs, or even children in an effort to protect themselves from what they feel is a harmful situation. You'll notice this most often when you try to pet your dog. If they normally love attention but suddenly start getting aggressive whenever you come near them, it's a strong sign that your dog may be suffering from depression and anxiety. Number 3. Change in activity level. Depression can lead to a change in activity level where your pup may either slow down or not move at all from one place for some time. Depressive dogs will tend to become less active and more difficult to get going. Your dog may seem to lack motivation or energy and could be slow to respond to your commands. Instead of behaving like an energetic pup, your dog may just sit around doing nothing. If you try to play with your pup or take them out for walks but they seem less responsive than they normally are, it can be a sign of depression. Number 4. Being destructive. Dogs who are depressed will often be destructive by chewing furniture and shoes, and at times may even cause self-harm. If your dog is destroying things or causing injury to themselves, it's a strong indication that they may be depressed. If your dog is chewing on something and it lasts beyond one day, this can be a sign of depression. It's a good idea to seek veterinary assistance if you notice any signs of self-harm in your pup. Number 5. Sleep changes. Depressed dogs will often sleep much more than other dogs. They may sleep all day long every day and refuse to leave the bed if you try to get them up. When you wake them up, they may appear lethargic or even sedated for long periods of time, whether it's the middle of the night or during the day. On the flip side, some depressed dogs will experience the opposite problem. They become so agitated and anxious that they tend to sleep less than they normally would. If you try to wake your dog up, but they seem very drowsy and lethargic, it could be a sign that your dog is going through depression. Number 6. Unwillingness to play. Depressed dogs often lose interest in things that they usually enjoy, such as chasing squirrels or just hanging out with their owners. Instead, they will usually choose to stay home and spend time alone rather than go outside and interact with other dogs or people. Well, I know when you usually play with your dog, their happy mood often gets restored, and they will be in the mood to play again. But when you're dealing with a depressed dog, it seems like they don't really want to play, and they only show interest when it's time to rest or go back to bed. If your dog seems unwilling to interact with you in any way at all, then it can be a sign that they're depressed. Number 7. Wetting indoors. Dogs who are depressed may begin urinating indoors. This is often because they feel comfortable or secure in their own homes and don't want to go outside. As a result, your dog will simply use the bathroom where they are at the time because of feeling confined and safe inside. If your dog has always been clean but now begins using the bathroom inside without a good reason, it could be a sign that they're depressed. Number 8. Lowered defecation. If your dog is not in the mood to defecate when they normally would, this could be a sign of depression. Depressed dogs will often stop going completely or may only defecate when they really have to. If you notice that your dog stops going for a day or two, it could be a sign that they're depressed. Number 9. Dismissing commands. Depressed dogs will often become less responsive to commands. They may even appear confused by what you're asking them to do. While your dog may have always been obedient before, they will now refuse to follow your instructions. If you've tried using positive reinforcement or punishment to train your dog, but they still fail to respond, it can be a sign that your dog is depressed. Number 10. Lack of interest in their toys. If your dog is depressed, they will often lose interest in their toys or chew items that are not supposed to be chewable. They may become destructive if you try to take away things that they're chewing on. This is a very common sign of depression in dogs. If you've noticed your dog chewing on something unnatural while ignoring the things that they usually love to play with, it's very likely that they're depressed. Alright guys, those were the 10 warning signs of depression in dogs. Thank you so much for watching the video. Now if you want to know some scientific ways to treat depression in your dog, then we've got that covered as well. Do check the video out on our channel. So have you ever come across a depressed dog? Has your dog ever shown any of the signs that we talked about in the video? What measures did you take to treat it? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.